his hairy legs. Look at the teeth. All ready for cocktails. Well, it's another chilly day. We're in our van having our lunch, a little soup and a roll. We've been thrifting in Downham Market today, and then we're going to follow up in just a little while in Wisbech in Cambridgeshire. So we've had quite a good morning so far, but hopefully Wisbech has got what we're looking for. Well, I was ready for this soup. It's actually quite chilly out today. So hopefully this afternoon we'll find some cool vintage things. That's the thing with thrifting. It's like the luck of the draw. So we'll recharge, then we'll go and have a look. But first, let's wind the clock back to this morning and to Downham Market. And our first stop was Sue Ryder. It's a little Wedgwood for 10. Quite nice. See what I mean? Whether it's tobacco or sunlight.
I don't think you'd get tobacco. That wouldn't go into glass. It must have started off like that. Because the glass wasn't as pure, really. I think there's something nice about the yellow. I like it.
So this table's got a really cool look actually on casters. A nice little size for a side table. In reasonable condition actually. Let's have a look underneath. Not the best. From a distance that looks quite nice, but it's actually just a veneered kind of formica-y thing, plastic. These little $1.99 for 4.
What's the little picture at the back? Only for the frame, because I can see $1.99, which normally, whatever it is, they're more than that.
So yeah, it's a nice little frame actually.
Yeah, the frame's good. I could use
flowers
that.
out. Handmade by Margaret though.
The swan one's nice, isn't it?
Silverback. It's probably not worth much more than, well, I don't know, it's difficult with that. It's probably not worth much more than that really. Maybe 15 max, I would have thought.
Why is there a Costa cup in there?
Help yourself to 3 packets of things.
Oh, thank you. Dahlias, sweet peas, there's all sorts. Marigold.
Nasturtiums. Because I can eat them as well.
So we head to the outskirts of Downham Market now to a Sue Ryder store, which usually has a really good selection of goodies in here. So let's see what they've got today. And straight in the door, a lovely coffee set. I mean, look at that, very Scandinavian, very striking, simple design. But there's only 5 cups, which is a shame. And they're not in the best condition, so we'll maybe leave those. So we're always on the lookout for a cool vintage frame. This one was quite nice. We thought we could take this picture out and pop one in that we've got at home. It looked a similar size, but not quite right. It's crazy on the top though, which is a shame. But the actual pattern is good. Apple door.
The little plate's nice with the tomatoes on.
Yeah, it's probably old, isn't it? Like a 40s or something. Cartonware.
Nice little plates. Yeah, probably.
Let's have a look at these. I think they're made to look like a totem,
Oh, yeah, but they're not.
but they're just more of a modern take on it. I think that's got a crack all the way through it, which is a shame because it's quite nice. You can match up your whole scheme. The little Jersey pottery piece.
Quite nice.
6.
It's not anything special enough, is it, almost?
Diva
Bridge. It's very stylish.
Not worth
evidently. And books as well.
We're always on the lookout for cool 1970s books, maybe about houseplants or interiors. There was nothing particularly here, but lots of great books to see, something for everyone.
All ready for cocktails.
Had quite a good morning again, haven't we?
We have.
We went to Downham Market and did probably 4 or 5 shops and found a little bit, not as much as I'd hoped to, because Downham is usually quite good. But Wisbech has been good in the past too, so it really just depends.
We'll see.
We will see.
The van is called Willie, by the way, and it's just a godsend because we've been thrifting all morning. And you travel to Wisbech, make a bit of soup.
Heating's on.
Heating's on. You can sort of recharge your batteries and then hit the next batch of charity shops and
we can
thrift
obviously
stores and
fill up the garage underneath here with anything we buy, even small bits of furniture. So we've had a wicker dressing table in here, coat stands, wicker chairs, cane chairs I should say. So we've had quite a lot of cool stuff just stashed away for the last few days. So we've dropped those off at our kind of storage, and we're just looking for a few more, I don't know, little occasional bits of furniture, maybe like little bedside tables or maybe a little sideboard, anything like that we could.
Side table would be good.
Yeah, maybe a
We've
nest of
seen
tables.
some, but they've just not been in the.
Not quite right.
No.
And
Like
I
the
think
little trolley looked quite good, but then close up it was not good.
It was not good.
Quality, and because it's that balance between a decorative item, which might not be, you know, purist and whatever, but it gives a look. But if it's chipped or veneered, it's
You do want the
missing,
quality still, don't you?
even the
quality.
bamboo, if they're unraveling and
Yeah.
you know, that sort of thing, or even some of the nice ceramics, and they're a little, you know, you see really nice coffee pot, but then it's got 3 cups. And
So we saw a beautiful, very Scandinavian looking blue and white 1960s coffee set with a coffee pot, probably a creamer and a sugar pot, but only 5 cups and saucers. One of the cups was marked, so you think, oh, then you're down to 4 cups, and you think, well, that's maybe okay. And then you think, well, I don't know. So it's a difficult one. You just have to go with your gut, really. And I don't think that was quite nice enough. Although from a distance, it was really appealing, wasn't it?
bringing a look together.
Yeah. And mixing up wicker, cane, macrame, teak, plants, you know, creating that
Decorative
look.
things, making a nice look,
Yeah.
and
Nice
all
soft
things that hang
furnishing.
together well. I mean, it was interesting as well because last night we went through footage from Norwich, and we were shopping on our own videos. We suddenly said, oh, we forgot about that.
Oh, I
And
didn't
what
see
about
that.
the little toast rack with a robin? We even saw things on our own video that we didn't see at the time. I think you get sort of caught up in the moment. You don't see all the things around you. So that was quite
Yeah.
it. We said, oh, didn't see that. You saw a nice little magazine rack and said,
Yeah.
oh, that was nice. And
I think after a while as well, maybe 2 hours into a thrifting day, your brain
okay.
suddenly fries and you need a stop and a coffee and a... So I think in that last place we were walking around slightly in a daze, and then we've watched all the footage back and thought, why didn't we buy that
should have
swan?
got that.
Why didn't we buy this? Why didn't we
so
buy
that
that?
was only £8.
And that little wicker table, you think, well, I don't know, that was quite good.
We might
So
go back.
we might need another trip to Norwich to just pick up a few bits and pieces. It's kind of bitter cold today, but it's bright and sunny, so it feels really nice actually. So we're happy to be back in the UK for a little while, doing what we love. But we're also looking forward to going back to Spain and doing a bit of thrifting too, aren't we? And we'll take our camper van Willie there later in the year, so we'll take you on that journey as well. Hopefully go into places like Malaga and Granada and all over.
When you do actually find something, the prices are so good. You know, you think oh, €1 and things. You know, I mean,
But we've picked up some UK pottery and things, beautiful. I suppose they are 70s, very kind of naive pieces.
studio
but
pottery.
Studio pottery is the phrase I'm looking for. So like for €1, which is about 70 pence at the
Which
moment.
here you wouldn't see for less
No,
than about 8
you do
to 10
find
pound.
that probably the prices in the UK at the charity shops, even some of them are like if you're buying it in an antique shop, and you think, well, it's all very well because you're supporting the charity, I suppose, but you would get used to, I suppose, in the past charity shops being £1, £2, and then there's things for £10, £15, £30 for a few plates, and so I think they're realizing they've got some really cool stuff. And charging, I suppose, quite rightly for it. But when you're trying to thrift to make money from these things, you can't really do that. You need to try and get them as cheap as possible, so you can obviously make as much money as possible, because it's a lot of effort goes into the thrifting. So the petrol, the time, the energy, and obviously you can have a whole day thrifting and end up with nothing sometimes. So that's why you obviously need to buy a low price so you can get your profit out of it, really. Right, let's get going. See you in the charity shops. So amongst this blue section, we found this cool striped thermos, which is obviously quite old, but looking inside, let's see if it's in a good condition, because that's the crucial part. And yeah, it looks perfect actually. Yeah, look at that, hardly used really on the inside. They're great just for display really, to be honest, but I think we'll have to have that one. Basket, just as we've stepped in the door, first item purchased.
Nearly a disaster.
Book. It's had a hard life. No, maybe not. Studio pottery canisters with a cork lid, obviously an original cork lid.
They're lovely.
£2 each.
Yeah, they're a lovely finish.
So there's two as well.
Good condition. Oh, one's got a chip. It's typical, isn't it? But even just one is nice. That one's not chipped. Which one's the best cork?
That's probably a better cork, maybe. Put that in the
Make one
basket.
good one. Yeah, they're cool, aren't they?
Little avocado dishes, so they must be 70s, I would think. 70s or 80s.
Wow.
They don't really look like they've
Might
been
never
used.
been out.
So they've got that avocado pattern on the
A
side.
lovely finish.
So there's two boxes. I think we're going to go with those and put this sticker right on the top. And that seems like it'll peel off.
Peel off, yeah.
Put them in the basket. Don't drop them.
No. Ooh, the
There she
queen.
is, Queenie. Silver Jubilee. Look at the teeth. And continuing with the royal theme, we found this lovely royal family pop-up book. It was slightly squashed almost on the spine, but it's such minor damage. We thought we'll have a little look through, and for £5 seems like a good buy. Wow. Look at Andy's hairy legs. I mean, the motion in this pop-up book is just so funny. Pouring drinks, the dog jumping up. So we've got the royals there at Balmoral, by the look of it, having a little garden party. All on the balcony for Charles and Di's wedding. I think this is probably Charles and Di on honeymoon. Maybe in South Africa, or maybe Australia, Ayers Rock in Australia, yeah. Look at the cool Defender there. Then we've got Diana with William and Charles on a blanket in the garden. I mean, look at the motion, it's just perfect. It looks really like somebody bought this in the early 80s and has never really used it. Diana helping to play with William there, just really funny. A nice little keepsake, really. And then here they are in Canada by the look of it, with the Mounties, and maybe that's still in Australia because it looks like you've got Les Patterson there from Australia. And this is the state opening of Parliament with the Queen and Prince Philip. Just a beautiful piece for a £5. A great little haul there. Those avocado dishes from Dartington Crystal are amazing. Cool thermos and the royal family pop-up book is so cool. Love the box.
Oh yeah, they're good.
The glasses are nothing particular, but I think because they're in the box and they're just that lovely kind of texture. So there's 6. Let's just give them a quick little check over.
Well, I think they definitely remind me of the sort of things my mum and dad had in their wall unit. And I was born in 75,
So
so
they're ideal for a little sherry maybe at Christmas or a little wine.
well, they look perfect on a mid-century table.
£3 for the set. Even just the box is cool, isn't it?
Well, the box looks untouched.
So this set of glasses I think is a really great buy. Looking them up, it seems like they would probably be worth about £15 to £20 for the set of 6, and in the lovely box as well is a nice little collector's item, nice way to store them up as well in your little cabinet. So I think we'll grab those for £3 for the set. Lovely. We couldn't see a date on those, but it seems like they're probably 70s, and the look of them certainly suggests that as well. So a nice little pickup, and all the different shapes that are available from Ravenhead. So we'll keep our eye out for some more of those, but for now the Ravenhead Siesta goblets are going in the basket.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's made, someone's made that, I think. It's a little signature on the bottom. Nice glaze
I think
on
it
the
might
top.
be chipped on the back, is it? On the
Oh, it's a
bottom?
bit crazed inside. I
Or
think
maybe-
that's just an imperfection in the glaze, but it's maybe not worth £3. It's quite fun. Mr. Celery.
He is.
It's probably not ever so old or ever so desirable.
Just a whole thing of those umbrellas.
A thing of cocktail umbrellas with a Father Christmas cork stopper and a snowman. They're probably not ever so old, the little Father Christmas things, but I don't know where people would stand with buying second-hand cocktail straws.
No, that's true.
As we're walking back to the van, look what I've just spotted over there. Salvation Army Donation Centre. So I think we'll have to dice with death, run over the road and have a look in there too. We picked up some nice glasses in there. So these two, nice little haul really, a thermos and various bits and pieces, so all good.
And then we'll head into the centre, I
Yeah, we'll
suppose.
head into Wisbech town centre. I think there's a few there too. We're losing the sun a bit and it's starting to cool off, so I might need my hat in a minute.
Here's the wheels.
Let's load it up. We'll sort all this stuff out in a minute. We'll just grab a bag and we'll dash over the road. The glass is good. I think that's nothing major. For £5, maybe. We'll think about that.
Yeah, which is quite good.
It's very big for £5. Straight over here to some cool pottery. £6 for the set. So like we were saying, we've got a random selection of bowls, saucers, just whatever
Some of the
hadn't been
things
broken.
is just the simple design,
Yeah.
which is so classic.
Probably 70s, 80s maybe, early 80s. Quite a nice little design.
I don't know what it is.
It's a TV unit, I was
Oh.
saying. In the days where you hid the TV and pop it at the top, put your video recorder or something, and then down the bottom put all your videos and things like that. Pre-DVD. Lots of pictures today. So we've got 5 of these bowls, which are quite cool, from Biltons, which is, you see a lot of Biltons as you're going around. Quite a cool period design, but they're a little bit stained and marked, aren't they? Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Lots. They've had a life. They're quite crazed. They're probably not much money. It's quite cool.
We've seen some of those in
We've
other
seen
places.
some of these. The Mountain Wood collection, made in Japan. Yeah, we've seen a few of those on our travel. So some Archipel Vulcan glass cookware. What do you think? 70s? 80s? Obviously
Well, it looks very...
unused, because it's still got the stickers on. So they've got a large one here which is 10, which you can see is just glass. And they've got a smaller one for 5, and then like an oven dish for 5. Do we like that enough to have that on our little store?
I'm not sure.
We'll leave it then.
No, it's not just me.
If I had some 3G, I would Google it. I haven't. So I had big promise. Loads of shelves of accessories and homewares, but 2 great little baskets ideal for plants and a big bamboo wicker mirror. So all for £10. So I think that's all good. Right, let's get into Wisbech and see what else we can find. So we just arrived in Wisbech town centre, and there's probably 4 or 5 here, so we're going to have a wander. Let's see what we can find. It's kind of like a nice, this kind of retro pattern. Just £1. There's only one, but
Yeah, but that's nice.
quite nice. Maybe we'll hold on to him. Again, the problem with all these, I think, is they got used so much, they get quite worn inside. You know? Cool design though.
Mm. Nice.
Again, just printed
Yeah, nothing in
Leaking
particular.
Studios, and this is nice though at the back here. A kind of platter, which probably has had less use.
Mm.
£2.
It's hard to know with things like that on their own, isn't it?
Yeah. So this midwinter dish with the vegetables inside was really nice actually, but just on its own, maybe not ideal. And a studio pottery lamp, which looking back, I can't really understand why we didn't buy this one, because it's beautifully painted, really, really nice, all wired up, good to go. But anyway, we missed out on that one for some reason. It looks fairly intact.
Really cool. I
Oh,
mean,
it's chipped.
Oh.
Oh, it's chipped. How much was that? Reduced to 15 from 30. Shame. Someone's obviously put a lot of hours into that.
Mm.
These 70s, 80s. Let's have a look inside. Okay, place your bets. Definitely 80s because of the Austrian blinds. Very fancy.
Yeah, I do.
It's a bit too fancy for us.
Yeah,
Very
80s, yeah.
Hello. I don't think that's anything particular, but it's very pristine.
Mm.
That's hardly even been used.
Is it plastic?
No. Mid-country wear, made in England. It's a bit later, but it's in really nice condition actually. Quite a nice design, really. Thank you. Well, our time in Wisbech and in Downham Market comes to an end, and what a great day's thrifting we had. We're hopping back into Willey, and our next adventure will be in Beccles in Suffolk and an amazing vintage store. That's next week, but don't forget to subscribe, to keep liking and commenting on the videos, because I love to hear what you think of our thrifting adventures. See you soon.